Recently in the news, there was a bunch of bikers that went down. 7 of them died. I believe it was a large group of Marine veterans that were riding cruisers, and a pickup truck barreled into them out of nowhere, crossed a double yellow and hit the bikers. 7 of them died. Some other ones got hurt real bad. A big fire, horrible scene. It was all over the news. But I want to share with you why group riding can be dangerous, but give you some tips to stay safe should you ride in a group.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today. Continually video suggestions, but you may find what you're looking for by visiting my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Videos. And those are a bunch of playlists with all of my videos categorized in them to make it easier for you to navigate through.
On my favorite bike, my 2019 Yamaha YZ450 FX Supermoto / Dual Sport, baby. Yeah. Oh, I love this bike. Good times, baby. What's cool about this bike is I can go ride anywhere, baby. Woo! Anywhere. Get back on the road. Woo! Brap, brap. I love it, baby. Good times. You know, the number one issue that I have with group riding that I feel is really dangerous is when they ride in large groups. Really, you should ride in groups of no more than 6 or less. And, you know, oftentimes they're riding in group formation, which you're supposed to legally. One's here, another one's a little bit farther ahead. It's over here by the double yellow, and the other one heads here, and so on and so forth. That's the pattern you're supposed to have out here on the road, and have a certain distance between you guys. And really, in my opinion, that could set you up for a real effed up day like it did these riders, where that pickup truck barreled into them. Because, you know, I've told you guys, when you ride by the double yellow line, you have very little time, a reaction time, to do anything. If that truck decides is texting or fell asleep, DUI, etc., and just drifts across this lane, you're probably going to get nailed. That's where over here, you see him getting ready to cross a double yellow, a split second. You have an opportunity to rip on that throttle and or go over here to a bailout area or whatever. Do anything to save yourself. But it's very dangerous over here, man. But anyways, you know, a biker gets hit over here, and then next thing you know, all the other bikers go down like bowling pins, man. That's the real big danger to group riding like that. In my opinion, if you're going to group ride, just do a straight line formation, man. Don't do the staggered like that. And keep a good distance between each other, in my opinion, you know. And also because, you know, another danger is the worst thing you can do is go online on a forum and assemble a group of people you don't know to go ride in a group ride. You don't know their skill level. They'll tell you their experience. They could be noobs. You never rode with them, so you don't know. And that's dangerous, man. Because what happens is oftentimes when riders, sometimes, not always, obviously, the less skilled riders, if you're riding in a group, sometimes they can get target fixation. And they can, you're not supposed to focus on the rider. You're supposed to focus on going through the turns, you know, where you need to go. But sometimes, like noobs, will follow what you're doing, or anybody, whatever somebody else is doing. And what happens is, if they get target fixation and that person is going fast and runs wide, maybe he caught target, maybe he's a dude and caught target fixation. The noob behind them is going to go right with them, man. So they're both going to go, they can both end up going down, or one rider goes down and can take out riders behind them. So you really need to be careful of who you have riding with you. Generally, let's crank it, baby. Woo! Love it, baby. But generally, you want the strongest riders in the back, really. And you want the weakest riders behind the leader. And you don't want to ride in groups of only six or less. You don't want to ride in these big groups, man. And like I said, I would personally avoid formation riding. I would try to just, like I said, single file, farther ahead, because that way, and you have a good amount of space between you, because if a truck comes through and crosses the double yellow, and say he does pick one rider off, he's not going to get all the other ones, possibly, you know, because you're going to have that space. So these are some things to keep in mind. And also, I wanted to tell you need to be careful of, is that if you're riding with a group, and say there is an accident, and say there's a witness, there's somebody out here in the yard, and they see exactly what happened, and they see that you guys were all going fast. If he tells the police that you guys were speeding, all of you guys are going to be charged with reckless driving. Guilty by association. That's like if somebody sells drugs and you're with them and you don't know, you can end up going to jail right with them, and they don't care if you say you didn't know, because they'll think you're lying. You're guilty by association. You gotta be careful of the company you keep. Just like with group riding with motorcycles, you gotta be careful of the company you keep riding, group riding in your motor. You know, ride with people that you have been riding with, that you know their skill level. You know. So, personally, for me, I love riding alone. Personally, I don't like anybody following me. I don't want to follow anybody. You know, I want to just be sporadic and go head down the street, rip the throttle. I'm about to have some fun. I love it, baby. Go ride off-road anytime into some woods or something and mess around like a fool. I just want to be sporadic and spontaneous and unplanned. You know, a lot of riders don't like a rider that rides like that. That just rides all crazy and erratic like that. Some people like it though. Like I said, if you want to ride with somebody that you're comfortable riding with, that you have ridden with. Now, riding with a couple, 2, 3 riders, that's probably gonna be fine. But like I said, when you start getting that group more than 6, great big, you see a lot of these riders, cruiser riders, a bunch of them, you know, a whole big whopper group of them. A lot of people get intimidated. You know, even police will probably look at you as though you're like a biker gang out here. You know, seeing a great big group like that, and they can end up following you and harassing you or something. And maybe a car also that can antagonize a car, you know, because some people are fearful of bikers, or some people even hate bikers, and they see large formation of bikers as very intimidating. And there's crazy people out there. I saw in Unsolved Mysteries where a guy did that. He just barreled into a bunch of bikers, and then he chased them down and ran them off the road and stuff, just because he hated bikers for some reason, man. They ended up catching him many years later, like a decade later or something, and they asked him why he did it, and he just said he hated bikers. He got pissed off when he saw a bunch of bikers together like that. You know, and that's another reason why I ride alone out here. I'm less threatening as one rider. When you're only the lonely out here like me, you can fly under the radar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. I like to fly under the radar so I can go have some fun. Woo! Good times, baby. Get some slide action up in here. And I don't really get into trouble out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been riding like collectively probably like 15 years if you add up the teenage years, and then when I started back, I've only had 2 tickets during that time, and the 2 tickets came recently. I just had some bad luck. But I've learned my lesson on that. I got sloppy out here. I was getting too cocky out here, you know. But anyways, guys, I hope these tips help you guys out. I want you guys to stay safe out there. I'm not about, you know, doom and gloom out here, just talking all negative stuff. I'm trying to turn negative into positive. I want to keep you from having a negative, keep you from having a real foofed up day. You know what I'm saying? Keep you safe out here on the streets. That's what my channel is all about. Incite community discussion. That's what my channel's about, baby. But anyway, for those of you guys who want to get my gear, like this neck brace, keep me safe, my helmet, camel pants, airbag jacket, gloves, cameras, all my stuff. I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Gear, and that's links to all my stuff.
Hit thumbs up, check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.